4 months ago, I think. He was in some magazine and he put it in.
Oh, really?
He's always got something going on.
Yeah.
Go to work.
How old are you now?
29.
29. That's very old, younger.
I don't want to
But
be
is that because of Californian weather?
Yeah. You know, every day it's sunny and cool, and so what more can you ask?
What's the big difference from California?
The people, more social, and
Which one? Which one?
the West Coast,
Okay.
more social. And you know, for California, you can do anything. You can go to the mountains, you can go skiing, you can go to the ocean, the desert, forest, whatever you want. You get everything.
How long time have you stayed now there?
Almost 7 years now.
7 years. Yeah. Just all the time as a musician, or you have to bring something
No,
else?
I left there. I left here. I said, that's it. You know, I'm going with music. And I went to California, and I always wanted to live in California. And my other side of my family, my Italian side, said that they wanted to move to California originally. And my grandmother wanted to go to Florida, so I was supposed to go to California, and I was born there. So I've always had, you know, a desire to go to California and kind of live that way. It seemed like Florida was kind of a California, but not the whole thing. But I love it out there. It's my home.
Yeah. It's a very you live in L.A. or?
Yeah, I live in Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know, in Hollywood, if you don't have to live in Hollywood to be in Los Angeles, it just happens to be that, you know, I lived in Santa Monica and Brentwood and West Hollywood and Hollywood, and, you know, it's just, for me, that's the central area where I can be, so I can go anywhere I need to go.
Tell me something about the other guys in the band.
Well, you know, our bass player, he was an actor years ago. He was on Married with Children and a bunch of other stuff, and he's also a voiceover. So a lot of commercials and TV shows that you see around the United States, he's the actual voice that speaks on that. And he's been playing music his whole life, like the rest of us. Our guitar player, he played for a band called Korn, and before that a band called OTEP, which is a big heavy metal band, which is big in Scandinavia. And then he came to Filter last year early on, and he's engaged to the celebrity Carmen Electra. They've been together for about 3 years, and I think 3 or 4 years, and they're doing good. And you know, it's really neat to have these personalities in the band. Everybody brings something very unique to the table. And then our singer Richard, his first band was 9 Inch Nails. It's a huge band from I believe they started in the early 90s, and then he broke off from 9 Inch Nails and he went to Filter, and that's when he started Filter, and 9 Inch Nails went on to the big band.
Was the Filter already before you, or?
Yeah, Filter
so
started in about, I think, 1995 was the first Filter, around that area, maybe 94, 95. And I came on board with, I joined the band, I think, 2008 or late 2007. And I've been with them ever since. And everybody's got, you know, something very unique about them, and we get along very well. It's a very family situation in our band, how we do it. And we've been everywhere, all over the globe. I'm still going to more places now.
And you are the drummer?
Yeah, I'm the drummer. You know?
You play some other instruments?
Yeah, I mean, my first instrument was piano, and then I went to drums later on in life, and now I do both. And I use the piano to write.
I have a feeling, did I understand correctly, you make some vocals as well?
Some vocals, yeah. I sing sometimes, depending on. And most of what I do with pianos and vocals is I write music, and then live I do a lot of drumming.
So you're writing your own music?
Yeah, I write my own music.
Are you playing some other people's or some of person's music? Well, that's your own?
No, I can play other stuff too, but you know what I do in Los Angeles, I have an artist right now that I'm developing. She's 16 years old, and I'm writing her music and producing her with my partner, and we have a production company. So when I'm not with Filter, I'm developing this artist, young artist, and she's going to be pop music later on when she's ready to go. So you know, all kinds of stuff, but it's all music I do all around. And before I was doing music, you know, I've always been playing music, but the other side of me was, you know, through my grandfather was being a carpenter, and I would always do, you know, working with tools and carpentry and things like that. So it was either music or carpentry and fixing things or something. Those two things I always did. Yeah. So to survive, when I first moved to Los Angeles, I was working in homes, you know, doing renovations and all kinds of stuff like that. And while I did the music at night, pursuing what I was trying to do. And then when Filter came along, then I was able to stop having that day job, working with my hands, and going back to music and doing that full time, which is what I always wanted to do.
Filter has now been performing twice in Iraq for U.S. troops.
We've been to the Middle East 3 times. 3 times to Kuwait and 3 times to Iraq. Mm-hmm. We've been asked to go back to Afghanistan, and we're not sure if we're going to go or when, but yeah, we went out there and we were even bombed out there one time, and yeah, it's been an honor to go out there, and every time we go, it's something new we take back, and of course, everyone's nervous when they go out there, but once you're in that environment, you're used to it, and I'm here now. So
how did you get that kind of is it contract, or how to make that kind of gig?
We have a woman that I believe she used to work for the USO, and she started her own organization, and it's funded by the government, and they provide us with everything out there. They take really good care of us, and she would contact us and say, hey, are you guys available? Maybe summer or winter or whatever. Yeah, okay, and then through back and forth we'd schedule things like that. And then before you know it, we were on a plane and heading to Middle East.
On Air Force planes, not exactly an ordinary.
We take commercial flights into Kuwait, and then everything from Kuwait Air Force.
Okay.
And the Air Force flights are pretty wild. It's not normal. It's pretty scary stuff.
And you visited some interesting places, I learned.
Yeah, we've been. I mean, besides going around, the world, we've been. In Iraq, we went to Saddam's palace in Baghdad. We stayed in a lot of his quarters, and then we've been to about, I think, 6 bases in Iraq. From the very north all the way south, and then through Kuwait, all over Europe, and Canada, U.S. I mean, a lot of these places we've been.
Not exactly a place for sightseeing tours yet.
Not really. No. I mean, there's certain parts of Europe I like to go to, but the thing is, sometimes you pull up and you have one day. And most of that day is dedicated to taking a shower at your hotel, getting ready, and then playing a show, and then doing press, and then you leave, and you saw nothing of the whole city. So a day off is always nice, and we try and schedule a day off if we can. Sometimes you just see the show, and that's it.
So are you really now looking forward or eagerly to go to Afghanistan?
I don't think I'm eagerly looking forward to it, but I'm open to it. And it's, like I said, it's always an anxiety before you get there, but once you're there, it's the greatest thing you can experience.
How big group is that? Is it just you as a filter, or do you have some other person that are together with you?
Yeah, we bring a band and our crew, the guys that work with us, our technicians and things like that. And every show's different. Sometimes you're playing a show and there's, thousands of soldiers. Sometimes you land in a new base and there's a couple hundred guys in a little wooden shack that they make. There's whatever they can have out there. It's not a big production in Iraq. It's different.
What about the recording?
We have a new record that just came out at the end of last year, and it's called The Trouble with Angels, and we're promoting that this year. And we're just routing tours now. We're about to go back on tour in support of this new record. It's still fairly new. And I believe it's the 5th record Filter has released, and we're looking to take it international and do what we can, and just push this thing as hard as possible. And we're getting a great response from this new record. The fans are very happy. The old Filter fans are very happy, and then also there's a new generation of people that are finding the band as well that are interested because of this record.
Where you are playing in LA, when you are while in LA or while in California, what kind of places you are playing in?
We usually play at big theaters or larger clubs.
Are they like concerts or clubs or?
Yeah, concert halls, things like that.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a private event club, and then we'll have some open access to it. And mostly Hollywood is where we play in LA.
Not been in Hollywood Bowl yet.
No, but we got offered to play a show across from the Hollywood Bowl in Ford Amphitheater. Yeah, I got stuck here, so I couldn't go. I'm visiting family.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But otherwise, it's been great, and I'm looking forward to going to my home, which is Finland. Now I'm a Finnish citizen as of last year, so I haven't got a chance. I don't know why, but for some reason we haven't gone to Finland yet. And there's a good following for Filter in Scandinavia, let alone Finland. And I'd like to go and spend some time and hopefully be able to take some time off in Finland too.
What do you know about the Finnish music?
I know I have a grandfather named Esa Hakala. He likes to play it a lot since I was a baby, and I don't understand a lot of it, but I've always had a fascination with it. And for me, obviously I was raised American, but I was very cultured in Finnish culture. And sauna time was always good Finnish music playing. And to me, it was never the same. Not going to sauna, not hearing good Finnish music and things like that.
What about the same, the kind of music you are playing, what you know about the Finnish bands or anything in?
Well, there's the kind of music but I listen to every style of music. You know, whether jazz, rock, pop, polka, classical music, everything. And a lot of the Finnish bands. There is a Finnish band called Him, which is very big, and I'm familiar with them. I like that band.
Sure.
But there's a lot of classic stuff. It's old-fashioned that I think a lot of my American friends wouldn't really understand that I like, and I'm open to all kinds of stuff. You know, but any kind of music that's good is, you know, good music is good music. I don't really mind, you know, what style or anything it is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm open to all styles of music.
Very good.
Yeah.
Just tell you still something in Finnish for your friends in Finland.
Well, the problem is I learned all the bad words first when I was a kid. You know, the first thing you want to do when you're, you know, a young kid is you want to learn how to say everything bad in Finnish. So I won't say that. It's probably not a good thing. But,
let's say that terveisiä.
You know, I come home and, you know, I come see my grandpa, you know, nohi mitä kuuluu, you know, ole hyvä.
Yeah, all right.
You know, my name's Mika, which is Finnish. I guess it's good. You know, I'm not going to say the bad stuff. So, but you know, I know little things, you know, and all the stuff I learned as a kid, and you know, just little bit of stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Mika.
No problem.
This was a pleasure.
Yeah.